So here we are with Capcom's very own RPG, Dragon's Dogma. So is this game worth the time and money? Does it stand up to RPGs the likes of Dark Souls? Well, Dragon's Dogma is almost a mixture of several RPGs all thrown into a blender, and well, here's what you get. However, it does come with its own problems, which we will speak about later. The game's story picks up after an angry red dragon raids your fishing village and ultimately eats your heart. Yes. However, you survive the ordeal somehow and become the Arisen. Your mission? To slay the dragon and bring peace to the world. The world you'll be spending time in is called Granzes. It's quite large in size, but the most annoying aspect is that there is no fast travel. And there's an awful lot of back travel. So keep in mind, yes, there are waystones that take you back to the main city, but most of your time will be spent running around to point A to point B to back to B, back to A. It is just ridiculous that the fact they didn't include fast travel in this game, because it would have made things so much better. It is really frustrating. Not to mention, it's not really a colourful world either. Mainly browns and greys are just everywhere. And of course, obviously greens, because trees are green, but you know what I mean. It's not as colourful as, say, Kingdoms of Reckoning or even Skyrim. It is very, very bland. Also, it is pretty linear as well. It's not fully explorable. You can't go climbing the mountains Skyrim style, and the locations are very, very much the same. You'll either be spending time in caves or in forests, and there's no snowy areas, there's no fiery areas or anything, which could be really, worked upon. It would have been great if they think Pokemon. That sounds crazy, but think of Pokemon with all the different areas you could have gone to. I think that would have been great for this game, which you'd have had different bosses and stuff as well. So yes, that's out of the way. The map is, however, populated with beasts, thieves and monsters, of course, which all stand in your way. But you won't be doing this alone, however. You'll be assisted by one of the game's most interesting features, and these are called the pawns, which assist you in your quest by killing enemies, looting items, and also never ever shutting up. It is almost like having a bunch of school kids follow you around, constantly asking questions, and this might put people off as there's no way to shut them up. It really does get annoying after a while, but at the same time, it is a cool feature, because these pawns also can learn enemies' attacks, and they can learn to counter them. It is pretty cool watching a pawn you created. Keep in mind, you can only create one, learn, and become a badass. And not only that, you can also download another 3 pawns or recruit them from around the world, which other players have created. Thus, you can also send them feedback on what you think their pawn's like, send them an item or two, and, have them level up. And also, with the pawns you've downloaded, they will also learn from your adventures and report back to the other player. So it's pretty sweet. It's a really cool feature, and I really like that. And I'm hoping that will also be seen in other games as well, because, like I said, it is a great feature. And also you can fully customize the pawns as well with different armor and weapons to make them as powerful as possible. And there is plenty of armor, different types of armor and weapons to find and buy. There is a great variety there, so that should keep a lot of looters happy. You can also select one of 9 vocations for your main character, which consist of archery, magic, and swordsmanship. They have their own abilities which can be learned and assigned to each character, and also to your pawns. But sadly, your pawns can only learn 5 of those vocations, and the ones they can't learn is Magic Archer, Mystic Knight, and Assassin, which, believe it or not, are some of the best ones in the game. The game also has safe zones such as inns. They kind of work like the bonfires from Dark Souls, restoring your health, changing equipment and such. However, these are few and far between, and you will find yourself again sprinting from one end of the map to rest up and then sprinting back to finish whatever you was doing. And it kind of works. What you need inns for is when you take damage, your health will slowly, gradually go down and have like a certain limit which you can only heal up to, and if you keep taking damage it will get lower and lower. I mean, you can use certain potions and that to boost that back up, but you also need to rest your companions and of course offload items or stuff you've picked up, which will slow you down as well. The more you carry, the slower you move, the less you have. Well, you can figure that one out for yourself. So what is there to like about Dragon's Dogma? What is the main thing? Well, it's the boss battles, the combat, and technically whenever you get in a fight with anything. In a word, it is done epically. In this game, there's no quick time events. There's none of that stupid press X then Y. You simply jump on the back of your enemy, climb up to its head and stab the head out of it. And there's also a nice variety of enemies to do that to, from griffins, trolls, cyclops, there's little goblins to smack around. You can also pick them up and throw them off cliffs. There's plenty of things you can do in this game, not to mention hydras and bigger enemies, which I'll let you figure it out for yourself if you do pick up this game, because it is worth playing for that. It's really good if you can put the fast travel and that aside and deal with it. And, you know, it's going to frustrate people, and they really should have had that in-game, which I think will put people off. But all in all, Dragon's Dogma is a good start. It is a good start, considering Capcom don't usually do RPGs as well. Keep in mind, these guys used to do Resident Evil games, Devil May Cry, and such and such. But if these problems could be addressed in the future via a DLC or even a sequel, it could be really, really good. It certainly can be worked on and become even better than what it already is. It is a fun but frustrating game and has a lot of promise. And we might finally see the end of QuickTime events if other devs follow or improve upon this idea. It would be fantastic. Jumping onto Dragon's head, then punching it in its face. It's never felt so good. Anyway, I am Sharnofthedead. This is Dragon's Dogma with a score of 7.5. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.